YouTube world. It's June, your tarot queen. So, I'm wearing one of my red tiger's eye chokers today and my garnet and moonstone earrings. Don't have any rings on today, don't know why. But anyway, I thought since, Trump was doing the whole heaven and earth thing, I guess I would use the heaven and earth tarot deck today. So if anybody has any questions or would like to ask a question or something, just let me know, and I will be happy to answer it if I can, or spirit will if they can. So anyway, I hope everybody is doing well, and I want to thank my monitors and my friends. Woof, there was a spirit, or oh, that could have been a bug. Might have been a bug. I don't know. But anyways, I'm just shuffling around. I did a little short with my skeletons the other day. I don't know if any of you guys saw it, but I thought it was cute. Anyway, it was funny with just me waiting on healthcare. I mean, Consumer Direct here in Tennessee, I have to give you a bad shout out. You guys, you cannot expect people to work and not pay them. It's just wrong. It's just plain out wrong. And, what can I say? Hi, Teresa Harding. Oh, no, what's wrong with your dog? I hope that it is okay. Just shots, or cat got me right here, right in the chin. Joy said, smack right in the chin. But I hope your dog's okay. But hi, thank you for dropping in. Hit the like button. Maybe I'll still be on by the time you get back. Depends on how long your vet takes, I guess. Wow. I can't believe you have a vet that's open on a Saturday. Huh. Not here. Not here in my state. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. I hope everybody's doing well. I want to thank everybody who has liked and subscribed to my channel. It means so much. I'm trying very hard to help my husband, help us both actually financially with this YouTube channel. Oh, good. Oh, good. Well, you'll probably be back by the time I'm done. Hopefully, anyway. I'm just trying really hard to help him get better. Hi, Jane with 2 N's. How are you? I hope you're doing well all the way from Norway. Somewhere I wish I could be right now. Anywhere but the great state of Tennessee. Even though we're called the Volunteers. Anyway, I'm volunteering to take care of my husband. Anyway. I guess I need to let go of some stuff. You know what I'm saying? I hold on to a lot of things and I shouldn't. And everybody knows that. But me, apparently. And the cards are trying to tell me, hey, you need to drop it. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing good. I was saying I'm using the Heaven and Earth deck, so if anybody has a question that they'd like to ask, I'll be happy to answer it. And, and don't forget, we'll be doing the 12 Zodiacs on Sunday, so for the week. I'm glad you're well. It makes my heart happy. Hi, Pink Lily. What does the rest of the year look like? Okay, let's see. It says Spirit. What does the rest of 2025 look like? I'm glad he didn't win the Nobel Peace Prize, that's for sure. I know he hates who he lost to, but tough luck. Hi, Linda. Lost Coco. I don't know Spanish, but I need to learn it. I know. It's great. Hi, Vivi. Anyway, I'm gonna look. It's a brain rot, right? Anyway, I'm gonna look and see what the rest of 2025 looks like for the United States and our economy, the world economy, maybe even. Am I a witch? No, I'm not. I wish I was, because if I were a witch and I could conjure up something, we'd all be rich. We'd all be healthy. We'd all be beautiful. We'd all be wonderful. We wouldn't have a thing to worry about, economy or not, if I were a witch. I'm an evil witch. Okay. an evil witch. No. If I were a witch, you'd be very happy. So be thankful I'm not a witch. Yeah, we'd all have nice teeth, just like me. Yes, we would. And we all are beautiful. That is true. That is true. So what does the Spirit, what do you want to tell us about the rest of the year? Hi, War Officer Firearms. And thank you for thinking I'm pretty. I appreciate that. All right, let's see. The rest of the year. Let's see. What are we looking at? Probably more chaos, but that's June saying, not what Spirit's saying. Hey, Desiree, I hope you're well. Or Des, I'm just gonna call you Des. I can never say it. I'm so sorry. I'm bad at English, let alone any other. Hey, I went to school in Detroit. What can I say? In the 70s. Well, in my opinion, divination is a form of helping somebody. I don't really believe in it as a fortune-telling tool. I believe it as a guide, really. You know, that's what I believe. It's a guide, really, more than anything else. So let me get to this question. And if anybody else has one, please write it in the, can I say, go Sammy? Go Sammy. I can say that. My Sammy, your Sammy, who's Sammy? Oh, wonderful. Good. Rest of the year, guys. Let's see what's going to happen for the rest of the year, Spirit. Let's see. Oh, I think that's all Spirit's got to say about that. The Princess of Cups, which is a Page of Cups, which is a Pisces type of individual. So it's talking about trying to be easy-go-lucky for the rest of the year, kind of going with the flow and seeing what's happening. We do have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, good. Thank you. Anyway, the Ace of Pentacles reverse means that it looks like we might be suffering, with the old money instead of bringing in some new, as was promised by the regime that's in the White House at the present time. Uh, anyway, it's like I, I, God, I'm struggling for words. It's about us hanging on to what we have and holding on to our things of value and trying to cut back as best we can to show this regime that without the working class people, you have no one to work. So therefore, you have no money yourself. So, of course, you still got some stockpiled, so screw the rest of us, right? Doesn't look like we're going to be celebrating, or they're not going to be celebrating. I did hear that the head of the regime is not in good health. I do believe that he's not celebrating that. I believe that we are going to see a shift in who's celebrating what. So, also, the wealth, it's the 10 of cards. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing America's economy for the rest of the year being strengthened. So I think we're all going to have to tighten our belts a little bit. This, this is not good news, right? So I feel like that we're all going to have to tighten our belts and stick together and help each other as much as we can. Like, I know that it's hard for people like myself and Kevin who are retired, and he is on disability and Medicaid and Medicare. I myself am just on Medicare. So it's going to be a little bit hard, for us to, make ends meet. It's going to be hard. So we're going to have to help each other as much as we can. If I've got extra, I'm going to share it. If you have extra, share it. It's like that stone soup story. I'm sure y'all heard about that. There is no new fight in us. We're sticking with the old one. Release the Epstein files, for goodness sakes. Why put it off any longer? I mean, get this idiot out of the White House. One way or another is what I'm trying to say. He is a felon. A felon shouldn't even be allowed to run for presidency. So I'm like, oh my gosh. There's hi Eleanor. I'm glad you're with us. Gina said she would be with us in a little bit. Let's see, what did Desiree ask me? She said her ex didn't wish me on my birthday, although I saw him asking me today. So will he reach out soon, or should I give up now? Also, can you see if he got a rid of the tattoo? I guess that's what you're trying to say. I'm really not sure. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that the kitty likes my voice. Oh, makes me happy. Stalking. Is he stalking you? You saw him stalking today? What does that mean? You saw him stalking you, like he was like trolling your page, or you saw him out in the world and, oh yeah, stalking you on Instagram. Okay. Honestly, I think that he wants to keep you a carrot dangling in front of you. Now, this is June speaking. This is not what the cards are saying, but June says he is dangling a carrot in front of you, and it's time for you to move on, my friend. I am sorry. That's probably not what you want to hear, because I know that you have deep feelings for him. But sometimes you just need to move forward, and that is the best way to get over somebody, is to move forward. So I want to say that generally from my heart, I want you to move forward. But let's see what the cards have to say. Should she move on? Is his name Ramsey or something like that? Well, I hope so. I'll ask the cards at next, Jan, with 2 ends. Should she move on? Should Dres move on? Oh, gosh. I get you and another couple mixed up. That I keep getting the same. Push. All right. Should she move on from this individual? Simple yes or no will do, Spirit. Simple yes or no. Yes. The Hierophant. Yes. Move on. Find your own way. Find somebody who is worthy of you, not somebody who's dangling a carrot in front of you. This is a major arcana card. It's a Hierophant. It's about marriage. It's about relationships. It's about spirituality. And he is not on the same page as you. And if he does try to contact you, he would have to show you a lot. Not tell you a lot, but show you a lot. And he is not, I don't think he's up to the task. So that's a no. You should move on. He's not worth it. It's not worth your time. So will Jan's crystal course, I hope so. Do you like my red tiger's eye? I don't know if you can see it really well or not, but it's red tiger's eye. So let's see. Will your crystal class go well on Tuesday? Spirit, will Jan's crystal class go well on Tuesday? We're gonna get a I think that you need to do a little bit more preparation. This is a Tower, Major Arcana. I think that you can change this. You can change this, and it's saying that, okay, do a little bit more preparation, make something a little different than you were originally planning on Tuesday. So let me see if Jan like changes up the curriculum a little bit, and will it go well? So does she need to just change up her presentation just a little, and then will it go well? Will it be received well? That's a Queen of Swords, yes. So this is a Libra type of thing. So you're going to have to keep it a little balanced, a little bit more balanced. Like read your crowd, see, are they struggling with confidence? Maybe throw in some adventuring, or, just do some, I would like to be in your crystal class. I love learning about crystals, especially the ones I don't know about. But change it up a little bit, read your room, maybe bring more than you initially planned to bring if you plan on showing crystals. Bring some different things, because a lot of crystals mean the same thing, like confidence or strength, or, like fluoride is for your teeth and your bones and your, things of that nature. So maybe bring a little bit more than you had planned on bringing, a variety of different things to talk about, and maybe just amp it up a little bit and it'll go better and balance it out. Read your room. Read your room. There'll be skeptics in there, I'm sure. So good luck with that. I hope it goes wonderful. I guess you're next. Maureen, let's see. Maureen's hubby, are his half-siblings feeling the same? Do they want to get together with them? I know you will do wonderfully, Jan. I really just think you just need to balance it out and read your room, and maybe take more than 5 and see and make sure they all mean something different. Maybe not connected. You know what I mean? So anyway, you were in Minnesota, they're all in Illinois. Will they feel the same? So he is trying to contact them, or is he just wondering if he should? I guess that's my question to you, because I'm not sure how to phrase this to Spirit. He just found out that the dad that raised him was not his biological dad. He contacted 2 of the 7 half siblings. Hubby would like to get to know them. Do you think they want the same? I'd say this is just June talking. I'd say that if I found out my dad wasn't really my dad, especially when I looked just like him, but I would be like, what? So I'd say everybody's a little bit in shock and, curious. And so let's see what Spirits has to say. Do they feel the same? Do they want to get to know Maureen's hubby as a half brother? Sometimes I think it's best to leave halves alone. My half siblings are not the same as me, but they were brought up different. So they were brought up in Georgia and I was brought up in Detroit. So you never know. But that's me talking. That's not what Spirit's saying. Spirit is usually about love. I think these he wants me to talk about, and that one. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else there, Spirit, you want to say about this reunion of sorts, or the shock of it all, of finding out your dad isn't your dad, and you have siblings? That's it. Yep. So let's see. It'll be a surprise to me too. Here's this one came out already once. This is reversed, so this is a mature Pisces. They're not necessarily going with the flow. It seems like they kind of want evidence, like DNA or some sort of documentation that says that. I went through a similar situation. A gentleman claimed to be my father's oldest child. His name was David, and at the time I worked for Disney, and he just didn't look anything like any of us, so I just didn't believe it. But he did reach out. He was on the Marty Povich show and all that. So I think that some are going to want documentation. Some may embrace it, some may not. It's not going to be an easy go lucky conversation. Hey, I'm your half brother. Or, hey, I'm your half sister. Um, and it will be decisions of the heart. It's nice, especially if you didn't feel like you had any family, to find out you do have family. That's kind of cool. But it's going to be decisions of all of their hearts. Some of them probably do feel like they want to get to know them, just even as a friend, even not even as a family member, but want to get to know him. I'm sure he's pretty cool. You're pretty cool, so he's got to be. So I think it'll be decisions of the heart for them. Some people think that, hey, let things go. Put it out there, see what comes back to you. And if they're willing, wonderful. If they're not, you know, it's their bad luck or their tough luck, if they're not willing to get to know somebody who is maybe possibly is a part of their family, so some of them will, I believe, and some of them won't. There's 7 of them after all. It's not going to be a battle, though. They're not going to be fighting over anything. They're not going to fight about it. They're just, going to consider and see what they have in common and maybe talk. And that's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with talking, right? So there's no battle there. So that's good. And then you have the Queen of Swords, which is a Virgo type of individual, which, it's time to listen to, listen to the stories of them as well as listen to his stories. They need to listen to his stories and he needs to listen to theirs and create a bond, because he hasn't had it in 71 years. So, nor have they, so the older ones, the younger ones. The older ones are like most likely not to believe, but I'm glad that he does, and I'm glad that he is reaching out, because that's the first step. So, but listen, tell them to listen to what they're saying. Then you have the Princess of Wands, which is the Sagittarius card, without any risk, there is no gain. So if you don't go and do it, you'll never know. And then you'll wonder, should I have or should I have? Should I? Yeah. So take a risk. Do it. I don't know. I really feel like Spirit is telling me that some of them will embrace it and some of them may be skeptical. And it's a heavy burden, that's heavy. It's, wow. I didn't know I had a brother, or I didn't know I had someone else, that was part of my family. Wow, that's a surprise. And it's a heavy burden. It's heavy on him to know and to bring it to the forefront. So hats off to him for carrying such a heavy burden. So I'm proud of him. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune, reversed, major arcana, and it's telling me that, like I said, Spirit is definitely saying some will embrace it, some will not. But it's okay. The ones that don't, maybe they'll come around, and maybe they won't. But that's their issue, not his. And I hope she's okay, Eleanor. I really do, because yeah, and I get that. Maureen. I really do. I understand that wholeheartedly. And I'm glad that you're not being pushy about it. But, some of them are, they're just like, whatever, but some of them aren't. So I think that it's great that he is making the effort. I think it's wonderful. And I think Spirit is saying that's a good thing to do. So, yay. Anybody else have anything? Yeah, I have half. I have half and whole and half again. I mean, family and step. So I still keep in contact with some of my step siblings. So I get it. I keep in contact more with them than I do my half. But like I said, my half was born in Georgia and raised in Georgia, and I was raised in Detroit. So, and family is important. It really is. And people need to embrace their family. So are friends. And sometimes family isn't always just your biological family. Like, I consider this community that we're building here on YouTube as part of my soul family. I mean, it's, you know, you guys are part of my family. I I love talking with you. I love being a part of conversations. I love being able to read the cards and tell you what spirit is telling me to tell you. I love it. I feel like you guys are my community here on YouTube is part of my family. And I look forward to these lives every Saturday, and I try to do them. I wanted to do an impromptu live just to pop up and say hello and see get on, but I didn't do it. But you know, I got busy and you know, life, especially the life of a wife of a quadriplegic. It gets busy. I do. I think that not everybody is your biological family, but they're still considered family. I mean, it's like Friendsgiving, you know, just coming up. I think that everybody deserves to have love in their life and to be able to feel it and to do it and to just be happy about it. And I am happy that I have all the support from you guys. And you guys have to know you have my support. You have my support wholeheartedly in all areas. If I can give it, I will. I will. I'll fight tooth and nail for each and every one of you. Hey, Gina. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Does anybody else have any questions? I mean, I really am so sick of healthcare. Like, one of my caregivers got shorted 4 hours of pay, and they said that I went over. Well, I get 47 hours a week to help me, and then yet they shorted her, and she only works one day, but they shorted her 4 hours. And I'm like, wait a minute, how does that happen? We put the schedule where they clock in after 12 o'clock. So they're working the next day, like today is Saturday, but when she comes in, it'll be Sunday. So I just don't understand it. And they explained it to her like, it's the way the calendar fell. If I get 40 hours a week, I get 40 hours a week. And how do you short somebody 4 hours? And I don't even think that's legal to not pay them. And I don't know who I need to talk to about that, but I'm going to figure it out because that really chaps my butt. It really does. It triggers me, and it triggers me that the Trump administration is trying to do away with healthcare and even cut it more to where people just die. No, they're not going to pay her at all for those 4 hours. They're not 4.5 hours, actually. They're not going to pay her at all. She worked them for free. I mean, thank you, but so I'm going to have to make that up to her somehow, some way, because the government will not. They refuse to pay her. It does, doesn't it? And she said that the gentleman that she talked to, it didn't just happen to her, it happened to a lot. So I feel like that their system is screwed up, or they don't know what they're doing or something. And they had changed from a different company to this Consumer Direct, which I cannot stand. It's just driving me insane. But now I have to come up a way to compensate her. And, you know, I feel bad that she worked for free. You know, nobody wants to work for free, including the air traffic controllers or people who have to put food on the table. They can't work for free and then maybe or maybe not get back pay. Come on. How stupid is that? That is so crazy. So no, they refuse to pay her 4.5 hours. Yes. Consumer Direct is the name of the company, Eleanor, that is refusing to pay. And it's through Choices and Aging and Disability. And I feel like I'm going to take it to Aging and Disability because my supports broker, or Kevin's supports broker, can't do anything. And I might even take it to the lawyer and see what they can say about it. Yeah, it does. Puts us all in a bad spot. That's for damn sure. I mean, dang sure. Excuse my French, y'all. Or English. Excuse my English. French don't talk like that. I don't know either, Gina. I'm telling you, I am at a loss. And it wasn't only her it happened to. It happened all across the board with other people that don't work for us, but still the people are in the same situation that we are in. They need this care, and then they get shorted. And then the person who's working for them are like, you know, I was counting on that 4.5 hours, you know, of pay. I have to pay bills too. And so it's like, vaginal, AV, what, I will do that too. Thanks, Gina T. What does universe want to tell vaginal, or AV? I'm just going to call you AV. It's probably better for me to call you AV than to butcher your name continuously. What do you want to tell him, Spirit, or this person, AV? Okay, let's see. And I'm using the Heaven and Earth deck. If anybody wants to know, I do private consultations. Just shoot me an email at JuneWagner633@Yahoo, and we can talk about a price. I mean, it doesn't have to be everything it is. Let's see. You're from India. Let's see what AV Spirit has to tell AV. Come on, Spirit, talk to me here. What do you want to tell AV? Or something. Okay, that's it. Let's see. First off, and this might be what you need to do about it, so I'm going to keep those two there. First off, there needs to be some change happening with you. And this could be a good thing. You know, sometimes we don't even realize that change is happening, and sometimes we don't like change, but sometimes change is a good thing. So, you know, look at it as a death to an old and a start to something new and exciting. Because I feel like that there is a person of Virgo, a younger person than you, coming into your life, and I think you need to accept that person at least as a friend and allow, and you know, they're a good listener, so if you've got some stories you want to share, they would be the one to talk to. I do see a battle coming up with you and probably friends or family, something, you know, that they want you to do that you're really not interested in doing. And, you know, and I know that in India, things are dictated by family, it seems like. And there's a little bit of a conflict gonna go on. Okay, there's a big conflict gonna go on. It's like, uh, this is a tower, major arcana. Whether it's this way or this way, it's really not good, unless it's in your ally position, which unfortunately this is not. So I feel like that you want to do uh, something that your family is totally in disagreement with, and you want things to change. You want them to be different. You want to do what you want to do. Like, you want to study what you want to study. You want to be, you know, bring your talents to the world, and they want you to do what they want you to do. And you're having battles with that. Um, that's nothing new. It's same old thing in India for sure. And it does need to change. You have two major arcanas, and one is a good major arcana, and the other is not so good. So I really, I really feel like it needs to change. Doesn't look like it's going to. Doesn't look like you're going to win this battle. It doesn't look like. However, maybe you need to tweak your plan a little bit. Just tweak it a little bit. Maybe try a different angle in there on the family, and try a different way of talking to them. Like, make it seem like it's their ideal. And it is matters of the heart. Yeah, I think you're going to meet somebody and they're not going to approve. And, or something's going on with something they don't approve of. And it has to do with a Virgo type of person, whether it's them or you or someone else. But it is matters of the heart. And if you're passionate about it, I say screw it. Leave India and follow your dreams. And if they can't deal with it, then they can't deal with it. If they disown you, that's their loss. Let's see what these other two cards were. This one is living in a fantasy world. You know, we all want, you know, our knight in shining armor to come to our emotional rescue. Don't we all? We want the world to be a perfect place. But in reality, it's not. And we have to work really hard at the things that we want, or the things that we feel like we need. So you're going to have to work really hard at it. And you do have the Hangman, which is also a major arcana card. So this tells me, and it's reverse, so this tells me you're very smart. You're not naive. You understand how things work. So work your angle in a different way than the way you've been doing now, because you're very smart. So get out there and work it. Work it. Work it, baby. Work it. So that's what the universe has to tell you, AB. Let's see, the Tennessee Department of Commerce, Insurance, and Tennessee Board of Medical Examiners, or any other state office. You are so welcome. Much love to you. I hope that things work out the way you need them to, or the way you want them to. And I believe that when you put your effort and your mind to it, you can do anything. So that's pretty cool. And don't forget, guys, to hit like and subscribe. Department of Human Services, yeah. Oh my gosh, Diane Keaton just died? No way. The Queen of the Godfather? For real? Oh, man. I'm happy for her. I'm sad for her family, though. I'm happy that she doesn't have to put up with any more of the Trump administration or regime. That's sad. It's for her family. I hate it for her family. But I'm sure she can still talk to them, and I'm sure she's visiting them right now. She was 79. Wow. That's a good age. Same age my sister was when she was 70, 76, 75. 75 when she passed. It is sad. Makes my heart hurt a little bit. But I'm happy for her. I'm happy for her. She gets to go on her next journey in this life, or in her next life. But she gets to go on her next adventure, her next journey, and she gets to see things the way they really, really are in the world, as she looks down on us and says, hey, oh, I see it all now. I see it in plain sight. I see how we could have prevented, or I see what we need to do to make it better. So hopefully she haunts Trump. She says, nope, not coming to Kevin, or heaven, not Kevin. Not coming to Kevin for sure, hopefully. Not coming, poor Kevin. Oops, sorry guys, I have to turn the sleep on because I'm getting a lot of, uh-oh. Here I am. I'm back. I had to turn that. I put it on sleep mode so that nobody could be texting and stopping my feed. It drives me crazy because the next thing you know, I'll be getting these spam calls and it'll freeze me up, and I forgot to do that when I started. So, oopsies. At least I can admit I made a mistake. Unlike some people, like the Trump regime, can't admit they made a mistake. Or the Republican Party can't admit they made a mistake in putting him back in the White House. Or, well, maybe they didn't. It was rigged. I hate to sound like a conspiracy theorist because I'm really not. But I can't help but wonder. I just really can't help but wonder. So has anybody else got anything? Me too, girl. Me too, Maureen. Me too. What do the spirits have to say about Melania's surprise speech? I didn't hear about that. No, I didn't see that either. I don't watch Fox News, so I didn't see that either. You guys will have to send it to me. I'd like to see it. So, Spirit, what do you guys say about Melania's surprise speech? Hopefully she's divorcing the idiot, or intervening like she should do, because he is in mental crisis, honestly, and health crisis. So hopefully her surprise speech is about that. But let's see what Spirit has to say. If she even has a heart at all. I don't even know that she has a heart either, so. Melania's surprise speech. Let's see, universe, what do you gotta say about that? Melania's surprise speech. Oh, I will have to watch that, y'all. Now I'm curious. Oh, she's got to say. Well, looks like she might be walking away from old Trump. Her surprise speech might be, he's mentally disabled and I can no longer tolerate this, and I'm out of here. I'm going to Romania or wherever. I'm going somewhere, just not here. I'm out. Ballroom or no ballroom, I'm out of here. It looks like she's going to be telling the truth. She's going to be speaking of his condition, his health condition. And this is also the King of Swords and the balance of things. And he is definitely not in balance, and she knows this. And I think that her surprise speech is like, hey, I can no longer be a part of this. I guess, she wants to get to heaven too, and he's not going, and she probably wasn't going either. So, I mean, I feel like that she's going to be speaking some truth about what is going on with his health. And she has woke up and, seen, put on her rose-colored, or took off her rose-colored glasses, I should say. And, so she is not happy. She hasn't been happy for a long time, but I don't think her speech is going to be that big of a surprise for us who see the decline in the dictator as it is. You can't be a dictator and not be able to think, I guess. Queen of Pentacles. This is a Gemini. She's going to be talking about him, how his immaturity is affecting the whole world, not just the United States, but everywhere, everywhere in the globe. That's what he's going to be remembered for, is being the biggest idiot ever to reach the White House. And she's talks about papers. There's papers, and she has some real papers, and she wants to bring them to light. I don't believe it's about the Epstein files. I believe it's about her husband's health. So I think that's what it was. So Stephen Miller said that Trump has forgotten the word, but the power of dictator, and we need to learn to live with it. Miller said Trump's wields absolute power over decisions to send National Guards. No, I don't. No. Sorry, Stephen Miller. Who are you? But a pinhead is what you are. I think that, I hope not. I know that there has been a judge that has blocked the National Guard from going anywhere in Illinois, including Chicago. What they're going to do with the troops that are already there, I don't know. Since the government is shut down, they might as well just go on home. They're not getting paid, so why not? I'd just go on home. Bye. See ya. So, Spirit, will the National Guard be sent to Minnesota next? Since I can't go to Illinois, I gotta go somewhere, right? Yeah, I believe it. So, Spirit, is the National Guard going to Minnesota next? As of right now, let's see what Spirit has to say about that. There is one in here I know wanted to come out. Okay, let's see what's going on. Is this National Guard being sent to Minnesota next? And then indictments that he's putting out. Jeez, I think that's it. Okay. So first 2 or 3 that came out is the 8 of Pentacles. He's going to send him anywhere he can. unless we stop him. We have to stop him. We have to stay united. So looks like he's going to try it. Hopefully the Minnesota governor judges won't allow it to happen. Not that he listens to him anyway. He does it whatever he wants. But hopefully they can stop it just like Gavin Newsom. The world is watching. I gotta cover her tatas. But the world is watching. And you know what? I think that the world is looking at the United States like, what is going on over there, you guys? Get that idiot out of the White House, handcuff him, drag him out kicking and screaming, do something. But the world is watching and universe is watching. Universe is like, or spirit is like, I hate to make you suffer, but you guys gotta stand up. I gave you free will. Use it. And that was a major. There will be a loss for old Trump. So even though he's going to try, the judges may block it. So that's great. And I'm glad you're going to protest. I'll be with you in spirit. I can't get to Minnesota from where I'm at this moment. But if I could, I'd be hopping in that van and make it a travel van. And I'd protest in every city I could if I could. I guess that's why I can't, because I'd probably be dead. They'd probably shoot me. But anyway, there will be a loss for Trump in this ongoing if he tries to continue to send the National Guard into American cities or military troops into American cities. He's going to lose. I think he might even lose his life. Then we have the Four of Pentacles. He's telling too much. Trump is telling too much. He's saying what he's going to do. He's telling everybody by accusing other people of doing what he's doing. He is telling everybody in plain words what's going on. He is a sick man. He's always been a sick man, both mentally, physically. He's always been a sick man. He's never really been in health. Have you ever seen him jog, ride a bike, walk? I can't even take the stairs. And then we got justice. Sometimes, people feel like there is no justice right now. It's just craziness that we're not getting our fair shake. And this is a major arcana. It is reversed, so he may do it anyway, whether the judge blocks him or not. He may just decide, hey, I can do what I want. I can shoot somebody in the middle of Times Square and get away with it because I am the all of all. And we all know that that's not true. We can stop him. We, the people, if we stand united, you guys, we can stop him. We can. We will. And I don't give a bull's butt if he does put the Insurrection Act. I think that we should charge him with insurrection again and say, no, January 6th compared to this, come on. Which one's an insurrection? You tell me. Let's compare notes, buddy, shall we? Then you have the Queen of Cups, which is Scorpion type of person, which is reverse as well. And it's telling me that we need to start listening to our intuition and knowing when to step up and listening to what Spirit is telling each and every one of us individually, that what we need to do to help our fellow citizens, our fellow comrades, our fellow people, our unity stands, our United States, our unite was what we need to do. We need to unite. We need to all stand up and do what is right. What burdens our heart, don't do that. If it makes your heart happy, then do that. So we've all got to stand. We all got to stand with Minnesota. We all got to stand with California. We all got to stand with New York. We all got to stand with Chicago or Illinois or anywhere else. Portland. Out of all places, Portland. I cannot believe he even thought Portland was on fire. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's just so stupid. I don't think we did either. I think that, Elon pushed a button and the votes just dropped or switched. I think he will. That's just me speaking. But let's ask Spirit if he will win a third term in 2026. I believe he will. I believe he won the vice presidency, so I believe he will. Let's see what Spirit says. Will Waltz win the midterms in 2026? As it stands right now, as it's going right now, will he win the midterms in 2026? Yes. He's going to take action. He's going to put his money where his mouth is. He's going to raise enough money to kick whoever's running against him right out of there. So yes, and he will let some stuff go. He'll let some stuff slide. But that man's a smart man. I mean, he was in the National Guard. He did serve this country the best way he could. And you know what? He's going to let some stuff slide off his back. He's like going to be a water on a duck's back. Just put it out there and see what comes back and what sticks. And he's going to take action. He's going to raise some money. So I think he will, as he is going on his path right now. I believe that he will win the midterms in 2026 for his third term. So that's exciting. There you go. Yay. Okay, let's see what the military is thinking of Donald Trump right now. Like the generals, the majority of the military. Spirit. What is the majority of the military thinking of Donald Trump? Did they still think of him as commander-in-chief? Did they still think that they owe him? Or did they swear oath to the Constitution, not the president, even though he's supposed to be their boss? I'd say fire me. Don't have an army. If it were me, I'd be like, okay, I'm out of here. Bye, I quit. But let's see. What is the majority of the military thinking of their supposedly commander-in-chief? He's sick, right? Spirit, please tell us what you think the majority of the military is thinking right now of our commander-in-chief. I'm thinking that Maureen is using her intuition, and she's right. He's a buffoon, all right. And if I was a general in the military, I'd be like, go ahead and fire me. I've got money too, Go ahead and fire me. I still get my benefits. Thank you very much. Oh, sorry, I got to say about that. Spirit says this is a Virgo type of card, and I believe that what they're trying to say, or what Spirit is trying to say, is that they heard him. They heard him loud and clear, the message that he was getting across, which was, I am your boss. If anybody leaves this room, they'll lose everything. Ha 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 ha. Joke, 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 joke. They heard him. They heard him. But you know what? I don't think they care. They were listening. Stone cold sober listening. Did they clap? No. Did they go and shake his hand or anybody else's hand? No. Uh, no, I think Maureen is right. They think he's a buffoon. Some may feel like they're chained to the devil, that they're supposed to serve this man even though he's the devil. But they took an oath to the Constitution. Some feel like they have no choice but to listen to what he says. Some do not. Some are like, I heard what he said, but I ain't doing it. So, but some do feel like he is their boss and he is in control of them, unfortunately. But then is judgment. This is also a major arcana card. So they're looking at it like, do I do the devil's bidding? Or do I do the Lord's bidding? Or do I do what I feel like is right to do? Which is, okay, yeah, I'll go to Portland. I'll go to Chicago. But you know what? I'm just going to go see the sights, say hey. I'm not doing anything. I'm not going to do anything that burdens my heart. So most of them will follow the orders and go, but I don't think they're going to do anything. They're not going to protect ICE. They're not going to protect a city that doesn't need protecting. They're not going to do anything. They're going to go, but they're not going to do anything. And they're being very realistic, unlike the commander-in-chief. You know, they're being very realistic in their ideals of what they think. And they think he is off, he has slid off his cracker, or if there was a marble in there, it got crushed somehow. He fell and bumped his head or something. He is not a well man, and they know it. So they may go and listen to the commander-in-chief and go, but they're not going to do anything when they get there. So that was that. Either way, I feel like either way, he has done so many illegal things. And you know what? I think the reason that they haven't arrested him is because he's their boss. You can't arrest your boss. He'll just get out of it, as he has everything else. So apparently the military was ready to escort him out of the White House in 2020. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that too. And I think that's what Spirit is trying to tell us all, that we need to learn not to judge, not to be, we need to be the way he intended us to be, which is to help one another and not destroy the world, the economy, the place we live, the air we breathe. Children of Tomorrow by Ice Water Mansion. You guys need to listen to that song. It's on YouTube. It's called Children of Tomorrow, and it's by a band called Ice Water Mansion. And it is true, you know, we're destroying the world we live in with pollution and destruction and hate. Hate is such it's a terrible word. It's a terrible thing to hate. I mean, it really is. And as much as I dislike Donald Trump, I do not hate him. I wish he'd go away. Not mad, just away. But, you know, that's a wish that I have, you know, because I dislike his ways very much, very much. I really dislike his ways. And you know, I think Spirit is trying to teach us all a lesson that we have to learn from things. and move forward and hang on and not repeat them. Because, like, you know, poor Virginia who killed herself, now she has to come back and relive this life over again. And I hate that. I hate that for her. And that's a strong word for 4 letters. But she needs to pay attention. This idiot in the White House, which is what this card is a Gemini card. And it's telling me that he is hanging on by a thread, guys. A mental thread that can break at any moment. And the scary thing about it is he has the code to nuclears. He has the code to the nuclear warheads. Hopefully somebody can stop him before he pushes the button. I feel like we're in a bad, bad war movie. That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like. We're in a bad war movie. I wish they would arrest him already. I'd love to see him walking out of the White House with handcuffs on. The fraudster pedophile. He's a fraudster pedophile, is what he is. Let's see. They can't hurt her now, can they? You can maybe in the next lifetime, but not in this one. So let's see. Let's see how her book comes out and if it's well received. It says yes, it's going to be well received. This is, if it was this way, it would be, no, nobody's going to pay attention, nobody cares, blah, blah, blah. But it wasn't. It was reversed. So it says that, yes, her book will come out in the 21st century. And I don't know who's going to be writing it. Maybe her family and her husband. But apparently he was kind of an abuser, so I don't know what good he would do. But anyway, maybe he's seeing the light now. I don't know. But I do believe it will be released and it will be well received. But I want to ask Spirit a little bit more clarification on that to make sure that I'm reading that correctly. So will her book be released in the 21st century and will it be well received? It will definitely be kind of dramatic read, at least for me, because I've had similar things happen. So it will be a traumatic read, but I will read it. I will buy it. Will it name names? I think there's a couple things that we already talked about. This is the Chariot, and you know it says that. Wow, I didn't know she already wrote it. Wow, that's really good information. Thank you, Maureen, for that. I appreciate that. So if it's published, why can't we get it? I think it will move forward. I think it's going to be out maybe quicker than we think. And I think maybe they're delaying it just like the people in the White House are delaying reopening the government because they want to hide that Trump is a pedophile. Maybe Melania's speech will be about him being a pedophile, a pervert. But I do see it moving forward. I do see her book moving forward. And I do see it being very powerful. Very, very, very powerful. Yes, naming names and telling things that she never told anyone. And I believe it's going to be a blockbuster. Like Donald Trump's head is going to explode. blockbuster. Will she get any kind of awards for it? Probably not. But it will sell. It will sell out. I would wait in line for that one if I could. Maybe I'll take Kevin with me. We can both wait in line for it. If his bed sores gets better, we'll wait in line for it. Yeah, it's gonna bring some money to her family, which is fantastic. It's gonna be well received, and it's gonna bring some money to her family, which they deserve, if nothing else, and some retribution, some accountability for people who have done things to her, and they're going to get some justification from that. And I think that is awesome because they deserve it. She deserves it. I wish she would have stuck around for it. But I guess everybody does things differently. Everybody has different emotions. And sometimes when you've had enough, you just don't see a different way out. What? Qatar? What? I hope she didn't, because she would have to come and live this life over again. And so I hope she did not. I hope she didn't commit suicide. I hope that they wanted to silence her because she was the face of the whole kit and caboodle. Just like I don't believe Epstein committed suicide either. I think he was too much of a coward. She's not a coward. He is. Anyway, let's see. Will Qatar, is that what you're asking me? Qatar build a base in Idaho? Military base? Well, Spirit, will Qatar actually build a, as it stands right now, will Qatar build a base? And, you know, things can change. Things can change on a dime, guys. So, will Qatar actually build a military base in Idaho? Princess of Swords says they may try. They're trying. They're trying to get it approved. They're trying to sneak their way in there and being stubborn about it because this is like a tourist kind of card, not giving up. But it's an immature tourist, so they're not thinking clearly. They're going to try to stand their ground, but I think Idaho will be standing their ground. Idaho will be like, no, I don't think so. Not in our state. Sorry. Sorry about your luck. Not going to happen. Not going to do it. And then we have the Six of Pentacles, which is reversed. So, you know, they're trying to feed the child that's the administrative idiot in the White House, the person hanging on by a thread. They're trying to say they're going to help the regime take control of the United States and then the world. Then you have the Princess of Hawaii. Nope, they're not. It's saying they're trying. They're going to try. Yes, they're going to try, but the United States is not going to allow it. We're going to fight with everything we have. This is a minor, and there was I thought a major. No majors. So I believe that we're going to fight with everything that we have, not to allow that to happen, which would be a very good thing, not to allow that to happen. Makes one think Trump's already accepted it. No, I don't think so. I don't think he knows what he's signing, to be honest. Yep. That's what he's trying. That's what he's trying for. All their military, all our military. Doesn't care whether our military quits or not. He can find another one, apparently. So he thinks. But the man is not, he is not sitting on his rocker. It done broke. I mean, seriously, he is not sitting on his rocker. It broke. Slant flat. It is insane of what he's gotten away with. If it were a regular citizen or even a regular congressman or senator, or they wouldn't have gotten away with the things that he's gotten away with. He's a felon, for Christ's sakes. He is a sexual abuser. He can't be loyal to anyone. Not his wives, not any deals he tries to create or make. He doesn't even keep up his end of the bargain. Okay, you build this for me and I will pay you this. And he doesn't pay them. He's bankrupting America, is what he's doing. He said he wanted to run it like a business. Well, his businesses have kind of went belly up. So are we going belly up too? Hopefully we can get him out of here before we go belly up. Yeah, I did hear that the credit unions here, at least in East Tennessee, they are 501c and nonprofit organizations, and their petition got signed into law that they can't charge them taxes because their money goes back into the community and they're not making profit. So that's cool. Yeah, I get it, Gina. He is destroying everything. But who's going to help them billionaires keep all their money? Who's going to work for them? No one. Because everybody will be dead. They won't be able to have the energy to work for them because they'll be starved to death. So, that's not going to happen. But it's really good to see that Maureen got to catch a live. That's exciting. I'm excited about that. And I hope that everybody hits the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. And if nobody else has another question, I am going to close this down a bit early. And yeah, I'm super excited that you got to see one. I'm glad you're here with us and being able to communicate with our community. And I hope everybody's hit like and subscribe. And please tell your friends. Let's get to that 2,500 mark. We're right now, we were at 2,503. Now we're back to 2,501. So maybe after today, we'll skyrocket back up there. What do you think, guys? I hope so. I really need for this to work. I'm trying everything that I can. I want to be out there. I want to be a part of your lives. I want y'all to be a part of my life and my journey. And I want to be a part of your journey. And I want to be able to help in any which way I can. So has anybody else got anything they want to ask the cards? I do too. I think we all do. I think our whole community does. We are all in this together. We all fight together. We all stand together. And if it doesn't, at least we know we got us. We got our community, our little, 1,501 people that like to listen. And hey, and a lot of times, if somebody hasn't watched in a while, the YouTube will kick them off. So make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. Yes, I can do a general reading for you. You want like a situational or just what does universe have to say to you, Gina? I want you to move to Tennessee. I want y'all to move to Tennessee. Oh, y'all. Let's make this a blue state. Because I can't move. What does universe need to tell Gina today? And don't forget, Sunday, Zodiac Sunday, tomorrow, for the week coming up. But what does universe spirit have to tell Miss Gina T today? What does universe have to tell Gina T? One of our wonderful, wonderful commentators, or not commentators, but monitors. Her and Miss Eleanor. I don't know what I'd do without you two. Just ignored the crazies. I think I'm a witch and evil. Because I have tarot cards in my hand. Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. I'd love that, Maureen. I'd love to see you. Hopefully Tennessee's a big state. Hopefully it's in eastern Tennessee. Or maybe I could meet you halfway or something. I don't know. Could work something out. Spirit, is that all you have to say to Gina T there? I believe it is. Okay. Okay, Gina T. You're finally over the betrayal of some people. Thank goodness. You know, if it was this way, I'd be like, oh, watch your back, girl. But you got your back. You know who's on it and who ain't. So, good job. And you don't have to take action. You don't have to fight vainly. You are vainly. And you don't have to take action anymore. You can just be you. Just be you. And they can like it or lump it, but be you. You gotta cover the tatas. But the world, it talks about maybe getting some education, some different education, learning something new, something that you've always been interested in, and check it out. Learn about it, read about it, look it up, and learn some different cultures, which I know you know a lot about different cultures already, but wouldn't it be exciting to learn some more? So that's about education for you there. I don't see you going anywhere overseas or moving anywhere anytime soon. I see that the universe is saying you need to stay put for a minute and maybe just do some things you're interested in, learn some things you've always wanted to learn about. Sparta, Tennessee. Seems like I've heard of Sparta, Tennessee, but it's near Nashville. Sparta, yeah. I think it's on the other side of Nashville, which is 4 hours away from me. But we could meet halfway. We could go to Gatlinburg or Knoxville or something. Ace of Pentacles, Gina. It says, there's some old money or old creativity that you've put on the back burner that you need to bring to the forefront and maybe learn a little bit more about it so that you can generate income from it and be the brilliant, wonderful, creative soul that you are, and let it shine through. I know that sometimes confidence is hard to come by, but know that you have support. You have support in anything you want to do, whether it's from me, from spirit, from universe, from your loved ones, from our community. You've got our support. I know it, and I feel like I can speak for the rest of us. You have our support. So you do you. Learn what you want to learn and move forward. Bring it out. Show the world you are a sparkling, shiny coin. So, is that it, y'all? So, well, again, I want to thank everybody, and hopefully you've hit like and subscribe. I understand that my energy is slipping too. I feel like I just want to sleep for a long time. But you can't. You got to do what you got to do, right? So I am going to go ahead and cut this off, and I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their day. And I hope that we all, or I want everybody to remember, we're all in this together, and we are a community, and we are strong, and we are smart, and we've got this. We got this. No matter what the regime has to throw at us, we got it. We can bat it out of the park. We got it. We got it. And please hit like and subscribe and tell your friends. Some may not agree with tarot or political or zodiac or whatever, but I do put funny videos up too. Check out the one I put with me and Kevin waiting on healthcare. It's a little short. It's funny. I think it is anyway. So check it out. And I will be talking to you guys tomorrow, I guess, for Zodiac Sunday. So y'all have a wonderful day. And as always, please stay mystical. Bye.